of heroes. Trails in the sky. So I know this character that is in this game. She's pretty dang comical. And from what I understand, like the dialogue and stuff is pretty good. So I do want to play this game, but I know that the series itself is like ridiculously long and it's crazy. I know there's a lot of dialogue in this game, but I did want to play it. So we're going to give it a shot. I want to see if this controller works too. Like I said, I'm playing with a PS5 controller. Looks like it's going to, so that's good. We're going to do average difficulty for those wanting a little challenge. Yeah, because I've never played a Trails in the Sky game before, or Legend of Heroes game. So we're going to give it a shot. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today too. Should have got a glass of water because I'm going to be reading a lot. And Sheriff's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry I kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. How fit is a fiddle? Anyway, like, does it do squats? I don't know. That reminds me, though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now why don't you come have a look? It's a boy. Hold up. So instead of getting her jewelry, or shoes, or clothes, or anything of that nature, or a new staff, or whatever, he gets her a kid? What? Well, here you are, like he's a puppy. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? He's kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly. He almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all. But how about you come clean and fess up, words. Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? Why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mommy? Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Sherazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. Who's Sherazard? For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business, and I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh look. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so just please try to rest. Where are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hold on. So this kid is like... I'm assuming, based on the dialogue, that this kid is the same age as Estelle. But he talks much more mature, like he would be an adult, even though he's not an adult. So that's pretty, it's pretty bold of him to come across like that, too. Hey! Dang, she just jumped on him. You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try and change this up. You're gonna kill him. Ow! Quit yelling! Alright already. But you jumping on me like that isn't gonna make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just gonna make things worse. Do I hear yelling? I love this dialogue. Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I would stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know, that thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? You know, I forgot to turn on my RGB lights behind me, chat. It's the wrong remote, chat. Boom. RGBs. Nice. Now I look like a professional streamer. Yeah, that's better. It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... What? My name is... What? My name is Chicka Chicka Slim Shady. Must be the intro. Gotta take this off. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. When did this game come out? It was what? A PS1 game? I mean, it looks like it would be PS1 quality, I'm not sure. I'll look it up. A couple messages here. Sorry. Trails in the Sky. Ouch. That was 2004. Fairly, I mean, new is a loose term, but fairly new. I like this music. That was cool. I didn't see what console it came out on, because I didn't pay that much attention. Okay. Squeaky mic. So, Trails in the Sky was initially released for Windows on June 29, 2004 in Japan. The game was later ported to the PSP and released in Japan on October 2006. Words. The PSP version was later released by Xseed Games in North America on March 29, 2011. So, it was a PSP game. It was a PC game on Windows and Japan only, and then they ported it to the PSP. So this is a PSP game, and then it was released. A high definition version was released on PS3 in 2012. It looks in Japan. So I am playing the Steam version. So, yeah, I'm playing the Steam version. So bright in here. Yawn. I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua is still in bed. So Joshua is his name. Ah, guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then, too. So he plays a musical instrument. Plays the harmonica. I like the way the game looks. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. Oh, that's nice music. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. Not that I mind what with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age, and I'm hardly a man. Tist, tist, tist. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your songs, too. Your other songs, too, of course. But this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light? That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use the staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It really is just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that I don't do something that uses my whole body. I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are still sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really. I believe that when I stopped finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Huh. Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. I'll be a review of everything. I'll be, words. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we finish, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding of that, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning. Or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning and training. Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, you two act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy, scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Doo-doo-doo. I do like this music. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I like to eat, huh? How about Rouen-style scallop fish and a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomachs. You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make it something edible. How rude, but I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask you before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. Liberal News, not liberal. They're supposed to get the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of Liberal News from the General Goods Store. 500 Mira, so I guess that's the currency in this game. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, Dad. Thanks. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Sherazard my regards. Okay, so, whoa. They are fast. So that is the characters there. I don't have a menu yet. Oh, I do have a menu. Okay. I don't know what the menu is. Circle is the menu. Okay. And X is... okay. X is confirmed. Alright, I got a message. Hang on, chat. Alright. Here we go. Oh. Hold on. Is there a run button? Because they were... okay, so R2 is run. Or walk fast. So here we go. Elise Highway. Okay, so if I hold... no, if I just rotate the right stick, that rotates the camera. But the map doesn't rotate, which is kind of nice. So it prevents me from getting lost. I don't quit pushing the wrong button. North Rolent 49 Selge? Is that like a distance? South Grunet Gate, not Grunet, Garoon Gate 259 Selge. Okay. No monsters that I have to worry about currently. City of Relent. It looks like we made a good time. Not too early or late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Shara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet Shara at the Bracers Guild over there then. Alright, Bracers Guild. Dang it! Keep hitting circle. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Ana. Good morning. Is Shara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. She has her own image, so she's probably a party member. The Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and the last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm. I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel the enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Quiet, you! Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Wah, Joshua, Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is overly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp, and I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an ornament with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a second, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. That's not important now. I think it's time to start your final training. So she's a tarot card reader, I guess. That's what you would call her. Fortune teller? Yeah, probably go with fortune teller. I'll give you a brief rundown on all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Okay, so this is just more tutorial stuff. About orbments. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. About bracers. Bracers are investigative and combative specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid in the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. About the Liberal Kingdom. Are those rupees spilled all over the map? Freaking Link left his bag of rupees. He's in the wrong game. To come get his shit. The kingdom of Liberl in which we live sits on the western half of the Zumerian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberl is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbaments. Orbament technology also has been a key pillar of support for Liberl in protecting its independence as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberl was invaded by the Urbonian Empire, it was the use of Orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive. But, thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberl enjoys peace. Words. Okay. I guess that's it. Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shara, how's today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if we were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is there won't be any studying at the desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give to both of you. Anna, are you ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two. You get one for each of yourselves. Okay, what do I get? These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Receive Bracer Notebook. Bracer Notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and where these kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh, please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. Yep. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, an exclamation mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. By selecting the job names on the list, you can review their details. Okay, so this is like all task-based, I guess. Training, retrieval, new. Charizard, pays 500 mirror, direct request. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Relent and bring back the contents of a chest. See Charizard for details. The circle. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in the Bracer Notebook. Okay, so it's not like you have to accept it. It's just you read the bulletin board and now it's in your notebook. So you just check the bulletin board, check your notebook. Okay. The Bracer Notebook can easily be found by clicking on the Books tab of the Items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring a Bracer Book shortcut button on the Configuration menu. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what the posted without any trouble. Words. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. What style is that? What kind of style do you have? Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the job themselves. I think being a bracer calls much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Is that a typo? Highs hit. Is that so? Huh. I've never seen that. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before all the motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Here's where you will learn how to use Orbital Factory services. At an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbital Arts. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The Bracer's business is a pretty risky occupation, though the guild has had a long-standing relationship with these Orbital Factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here? No problem. Leave everything to me. So, what is it you would like to know about? Orbments. Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airships, engines, and so on are also types of orbments. However, the ones we will be discussing are battle orbments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. So, is quartz something I'm going to have to buy, or is that like a monster drop, and then I attach it to like certain weapons, and they're enhanced with magical abilities? Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structure for these devices is also different for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open at an Orbital Factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of sepith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them as soon as possible. So, what does you like to know about? Orbital Arts. Simply put, Orbital Arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since Orbital Arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an Orbital Factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with the water element value. In reality, orbments are much more complex than what I've described, but I think this information should suffice for now. So, what would you like to know? Okay, quartz. Quartz are circuits made from sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously make it possible for them to use arts. However, you'll not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, these are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed, so it's very peculiar. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your orbment and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. Oh, so the sepith is what they drop, not the quartz. They are divided into 7 types: earth brown, water blue, fire red, wind green, time black, space gold, and mirage silver. That's weird. Sepith can be exchanged for mirror almost anywhere, but at an Orbital Factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbment slots in which to install the Oh! Okay, so you need the sepith to make quartz to install to make orbments, basically. So, what is it you would like to know about? It looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try to use your services here. For that, you're going to need some sepith. Receive several of each type of elemental sepith. With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, Estelle, an elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be time elemental quartz. Normally, at a shop, you would be able to exchange sepith for mirror, but for this training, you will not be able to use this service. Upon approaching the counter, a talk mark will appear. Press the OK button to display a list of options. Select Modify or Trade. Use the Orbital Factory services. Whoops. Dang. Oh, good work so far. If you need to use the Orbital Factory, give Freddy a holler over there. Okay, so I gotta talk to Freddy. Modify Trade. So, quartz. So I have 20 of each sepith. To make... So to make a quartz, you need a particular amount of sepith for each quartz you make. In this case, will it always be 20 though? For, like, I guess action 1 is 20, action 2 would like maybe double it or whatever. So let's do HP first. And then, or can I do one of each? Well, I guess I can because I have 20 of each sepith. So might as well use it. I got it for free. I can't do the other ones. Slot, Estelle. Already open, all quartz okay. Openable, all quartz okay. Not openable. Not openable, not openable. And openable. Insufficient sepith. Oh, so you have, so to open slots, you also have to have sepith. Okay. Maybe I did that wrong. Alright, it looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz on your ordnance so you can use it both recovery and attack arts. Quartz can be installed on an ordnance screen. The ordnance screen can be utilized by selecting the ordnance tab in the main menu. So now I can bring this up and go to ordnance. Go here. Oh, okay, that's cool. So if I put a quartz, a defense quartz, it gives her stone hammer and brings her defense up. If I do HP, it does tear and aqua bleed. Attack is firebolt. Evade is airstrike. And time or clock up and soul blur. Let's do this one because you get 2 things out of it. Time quartz only. So that's this one. Okay. Alright, looks like you got both recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Excuse me. Additionally, your bracer's notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your ordnance. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them early on. Now I want you to use this sepith to open a slot on each of your ordnance. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Okay. And I have to talk to... what's his face? To open up. Yes, I'll open this one. And then for, whoops, Joshua. Open one of your ordnance slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular element, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what both of you have been waiting for, the Qualification Test. Pardon? Did you say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along the lines of at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's hover over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Good point. I like drug her out. Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there going to be a paper test or something? Cassie's dropped you on your head as a child or something. You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and I even made you jot down what you read in your Bracer's notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief. Oh, divine adios. I give thanks for thee, for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. But what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. Ah, I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why'd you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test. So how about the both of you try to look at least... Words. The both of you try to at least look a little anxious. Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you wanted to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as both of you saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Relent Sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real, living, breathing monsters down there. So if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Here, Mom. Monster Guide. What's this book for? It's called Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out the enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Alright, so let's go kick some monster tuchus. There appears to be a recovery point set up there. It's used if HP and EP become low before engaging any further battles. Orbit charging stations are recovery points set up in dangerous areas. As the recovery point is approached, an exclamation mark will appear and two choices will be displayed by pressing the OK button. By selecting the rest option, all of your HP and EP will be restored. So is there a save function at those or no? Sounds like a plan to me. It just says rest. I just want to give it a shot and see what it did. Okay. First monster, here we go. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of battle will change depending on how a monster is engaged. Engaging the enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Hint. Battle order bar. Classic RPG stuff. Indicates who attacks first. It starts from the top and moves down. Okay. Hint. Attack an enemy. You may also use it to move if you are using a mouse and click an empty location. The highlighted area indicates the distance and a character can move. Selecting a target in this area will move the character to attack. There's a lot of character slots at the bottom of the screen, it looks like. There's at least enough for like 6. When an enemy is out of range, that icon will appear on your cursor. Selecting an out of range target will move the character as close to it as possible, but no attack will be performed. So it's almost like a tactics style game. Yeah. Yeah, he did. What are these things? Do I have to move? Or can I just like end my turn? Okay. I can't get to him yet. With a Stella, at least. I guess these enemies don't attack. They just stand there. Let's move out. I like the voice acting. So that's the Sepith I get. So they drop just random amounts? Or does each enemy have a set base of amount of Sepith that they drop, I wonder. Got a juicy bone. Delicious. It's juicy. Dang it. What are these? Here comes some more. What are these, butterflies? We're scared of some butterflies? Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long range attacks possible, but they require time to cast. EP is consumed when arts are used. EP can be recovered by resting at inns, hotels, or by using charge. Yeah, okay. Hint. Arts. Arts are effective against foes which are difficult to hit with a weapon, or those on which physical attacks have little effect. It takes time before arts can be cast. Also, EP is consumed. Okay. All arts have an element. Determine the element most effective against your foe and use it. Well, how do you do that? Water. That's recovery. Aqua Bleed. Shoots a heavy stream of water at enemies. Well, how do you know which... Oh, okay. So, elemental efficacy. So that it's... I mean, it's equal, I guess. I'm assuming the more full the bar, the more it's susceptible to damage, I guess. Clock up. Speeds up the flow of time. Soul Blur emits space-time shaking pulse. Sure. Ding, 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 ding. That's pretty cool. Aqua Bleed. So the EP is at the bottom. I guess that's like MP, I guess. Okay, so they drop 4 green Sepith and 4 silver Sepith. Alright. Chat, if I don't quit pushing that button. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that. Crafts have a range limit, but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. Crafts. Crafts are character-specific skills which not only deal out damage, but also have a broad range of effects. using crafts consumes CP. CP is gradually gained by dealing out or recovering damage in battle. Okay. Craft. Morale. Area support. A shout to encourage allies. Raises their strength by 20%. Holy crap. That's pretty good. It's almost like cheer in Final Fantasy X. Can it be stacked though? Well, I guess if you have the amount of CP. Dual strike. Craft single attack. Unleashes a double slash with dual blades. 2 hits. Nice. Okay. Hey, I got attacked for the first time. You dead. Get wrecked. Joshua wrecked your face. They don't have noses. The little sprites don't have noses. Or mouths. Like Hello Kitty. So they did give the same Sepith as they did before. So it seems like each enemy has a certain Sepith type that they give out. Hey, I found a treasure chest. Reviving Balm. That must not be the chest I was looking for. Hey, another enemy. Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. I wish there was an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-craft or S-break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts which are unleashed as S-breaks can be changed by going to Tactics and then set S-break within the main menu. Oh, they gave me the CP. Look at that. How about that? Well, how come it won't let me... Maybe I have to attack first? I don't know. Oh, there we go. S-breaks. These are actions which allow S-craft to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order once the CP gauge reaches 0. Hold on. These are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order once the CP gauge is reached 0. S-crafts, which will be used as S-breaks, can be changed by going to Tactics and then set S-break within the main menu. Press the break button to unleash an S-break. An S-break cannot be unleashed under that condition. Now press the break button and try unleashing an S-break. If you're using keyboard, you may use the 1 through 4 button keys or the arrow keys to select before unleashing it. I don't know what it is on... on PlayStation 5 controller. I'm pushing like every button. So I saw it change. Pummel. So I think I have to select it first, like it didn't select yet. That's kind of cool. Left a treasure chest too. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's dope. 192. That's big damage. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, big jerk. Two treasure chests out of the fight. Nice. Ooh, lots of Sepith. Curative horn and a juicy bone. I keep on wanting to hit circle. Door's rusted and appears to be locked. Lame. I think that's the treasure chest up there, but I don't want to go there yet. I can't turn the camera. Well, I guess I have to go here. Doesn't look like there's anything else. So that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we made it this far, this is going to be a piece of cake. Seems like we just got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Huh. Hint. These icons indicate the bonuses allotted to the battle order. If a bonus icon appears next to the character's icon, they will receive that bonus. Heal HP. I'm assuming the number is how much HP heals. Sepith up, etc. indicate the effects of each icon. So that bar one goes first. Really? Are you kidding me? I missed both of them. But you get no healing because you're healing. You have full HP. Ah, you missed. Ow, he didn't. Ow. Takes that Sepith bonus away, but it moves to him? That's interesting. So it doesn't go away, it just moves. Ooh, that is bad. The art tier. Why'd the music change? I guess because his HP was low? And once, okay, so once that thing gets to the top, it can change. Oh, and now he gets the Sepith. The Sepith bonus. Interesting. Ah. But then it goes away. Interesting. Okay. So if you can get the Sepith bonus to get it to sit on your character after each turn, you get that bonus. That's pretty dope. Obviously it won't be like, you won't get that bonus every time, but as long as your character is next to it. Ooh, 27. Look at all that Sepith I got. Spirit of Horn. Small box. Times 2. That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just one, but two is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes don't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with the teensy-weensy peek, right? No. If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means, be my guest. Did you say the F word? Yep, opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Sheriff when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright, alright. Go ahead and do this, I guess. I probably don't need to because I'm getting ready to leave, but you know. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Hand over 2 small boxes. Yep, they're the real deal, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That's a close one. I figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shara, what's in the boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and for you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say that we passed the test? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. Is this day ever going to be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed, it seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting on how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You report the results to the front desk in each guild branch. And as you already know by now, Aina is in charge here at the Rollant branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Upon approaching the counter, a talk mark will appear. Press the OK button. Pressing the OK button will display a list of options. Select report to report to the guild. So I just talk to her and then report. Okay. Nice noise. Receive payment for training retrieval. 500 Mira and gain 1 BP, I guess. Current rank is Junior Bracer 9th class. Good job, you two. Seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You also accumulate points which are known as BP or Bracer points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a bracer and will be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. That's pretty sick. The ranks of a junior bracer start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you receive will also be recorded in your bracer notebook, so please have a look sometime later on. All that is left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Aina. Sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Shara, it'll involve the whip. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You now have officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you'll be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. Sherazar holds out 2 small boxes. Aren't those boxes the ones? In answer to your question, yes, these are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't the both of you have a look and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. Estelle and Joshua open the boxes. Receive Junior Bracer Emblem. This crest is... So does this mean we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright, beginning this day at 1500 hours, You are both hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as a member of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome to the fold. Welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We become members of the Bracer Guild. So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only now just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at us now, world! We did it! I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backup work that needs my immediate attention. We understand. You have been spending a lot of extra hours with us during the this busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of the Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father Cassius trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard and become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see both of you become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. Bye, lady. See you later, Shara. Shara? Whatever. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Sherazard, aka the Silver Streak. One of the most skilled young bracers we're ever talked about. Words. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. Wow! 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 Jeez! Harsh! That's your dad. God! A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we're qualified as junior braces. Right. But first, we gotta get the paper he asked for. Hurry up and come on. Pat. Wait for me, Luke. Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great. It's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's up with the... Oh, great. It's Estelle remark. And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking into the fat noses in the boys' business? You're acting like you're a bracer, you wanna be. Tisk tisk, how wrong you are. Luke, how incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks there's better taste in milk in Liberl than the milk that comes from Porzel Farm. Ooh, man, that farm milk. Freaking delicious. What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers. More like bracers in training, really. Don't think you should get on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now a high pony, on the other hand? Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle? What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. Pat's just like, whatever, dude. Just chill. That boy Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. Yeah, he's like 6 years old. Like... He's 6, you're 16. Why do you let that bother you? I wonder if he's just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think that it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times. That's not really what I meant by curious. She's hilarious. I love her as a character. That's not the door. Look at the map. I think this is where I gotta get the paper from. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. What are you in the market for today? A new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like this newest Stregas? Is that like the Nike of this world or the Adidas? Unbelievable. You actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Liberal News for Dad, right? Ahaha, of course. Haha, you've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stregas aren't out yet. I do, however, have some copies of the Liberal News, if that's what you're after. Alright, I'll take one copy then. That comes to 100 mira. 100 mira?! 100 mira for a newspaper. Holy crap. 100 mira. So, like, I got paid 500 mira for doing that. For getting, like, going into the sewers and, like, risking my life. I have to give 100 of that just for that paper. That's ridiculous. Purchase Liberal News issue 1. I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine. Wait a minute. Liberal News issue 1. Is that like the very first one? Or does that mean that's like the first one that I got? Because if that's issue 1, there's no way he's always buys a copy, because that's the first one ever. Doesn't make any sense. But does it really sell that well? It sure does. The Liberal News has an excellent reporter and camerawoman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. But enough about that. Why don't you tell me how you did today? Did you make it as bracers? Today was your last day of training, wasn't it? Yep. Everything went smoothly, too. But how'd you know about all that, Mr. Renault? Haha, in a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here in Relent. I tend to hear a lot from customers coming through here. I shouldn't have expected anything less from Laurent. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. No kidding. The women here especially love to gossip. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample I received with my shipment of goods. But don't hold the free part against me. Recipe book. What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write down what's in it, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Receive maple cookie. Well, I've made it a personal rule to never turn down sweets. Ate maple cookie. Learn maple cookie. So, what? Is that how that works? I wish it worked like that in real life. I could just, like, eat a piece of food, and then I'll know how to make it. Right away. I'll know all the ingredients that have been dissolved in my taste buds, and I'll know how to make it right away. I like that idea. I'm gonna try that later. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. So I'm gonna eat I'm gonna eat a croquembouche, which is a really complicated dessert. If I eat one of those, I'll know exactly how to make it perfectly every time. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had an opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. It's not that I don't like cooking at all. It's just that I never seem to get any better. Just eat the food and you'll get better. I'm sure you'd love to... I'd sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're in need of any ingredients, I'll be delighted to service your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renone. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Eating the recommended dish at restaurants or using to-go meals as a recipe to the recipe book. By selecting the recipe book, all learned recipes will be displayed. As long as the necessary ingredients are available, the food can be made. There are two types of food: sit-down meals, which must be eaten on the spot, and to-go meals, which can be carried as items. Sit-down meals cannot be carried as items. Okay. Ingredients used for cooking can be bought at the store or acquired from monsters. That is hilarious. I can just eat the foods, and I know how to make it. Estelle, Joshua, I'm glad I found you two. Oh, hi, Aina. Is something wrong? You seem to be in quite a hurry. We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. What's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? We sure do. In fact, we saw them not long ago. What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on northern outskirts of Relent. You mean the Tower of Esmalaz? Isn't that place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Sherazard is out on other bracer business, so I want to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I just go after him and bring him back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you only just qualified to be junior bracers today. With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. As the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. Understand, I will take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracer Guild, I ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of these children. Roger that. Understood. The Esmalus Tower can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Malga Trail. You can get on the Malga Trail through Relent's northwest gate. I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you'll know where to find me. It's our first real job. Come on, Joshua, we don't have any time to lose. Right behind you. So northwest gate is where I need to go. That's just straight west. This looks like northwest. Is there a save? Like, where's the... I have to go to files? Save? Okay, yeah. Alright, cool. I was gonna say, I'd hate for, like, something to happen and not be able to save. I got a preemptive. Nice. Hiya. Hiya. I noticed that the monsters move back. Like there's a chance for them to move out of range. Oh, I bet you that 10 was like a sword with an arrow going up. I'm assuming that's like attack up by 10. Is it 10 points or 10%? Piece of cake. Yeah. Beast flesh. A red and silver sepith. Not a whole lot of monsters. Oh, here's one. The heck is that? Like some kind of plant. Bonus critical. Ouch. That sucks. Gotta heal, but still. Blows. Yeah, get wrecked.
That's that then. Let's move out.
More sepith, fresh herb. So let me check ordnance. All courts okay. So I can't. Slot sealed, slot sealed. I don't think I can add anything because I'm... Oh, I can. I just tried that, but it didn't... Oh, I hit remove quartz because I'm stupid. Airstrike. Stonehammer. Right on time. Yeah, you were right on time, my dude. What's up, Brown Bear? I'm gonna give her more defense instead. And kind of give Joshua, like, the... Kind of make him the... Oh, he doesn't have a slot open. Duh. Okay, so I'll show you the Mario. I'm not done with it yet. Because I have to let the face dry. I'm gonna have to do like 2 to 3 coats on the face. But... Ooh, there we go. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I have to do the eyes, and then I think he's pretty much done. I want to put another coat on the face to, you know, so you don't see so much of like the gray from the primer. But I think it's coming up pretty good. I'll probably finish them up tomorrow. And I've been printing freaking Mercy pieces. It's a pain in the ass. So I figured I'd play some of this for a little while. I've never played this game, so I got alert, mega busy day and hectic day for me. Well, I appreciate the alert, my dude. You love it so much. Gonna be listening? Well, I'm gonna be reading, so that's good. There's a lot of dialogue in this game, that's for sure. So I'll catch you up if you've never seen this game. So this is Estelle and Joshua. She has a father that brought Joshua to their house when they were little, and they've grown up as brother and sister, even though that's not her real brother. And his hair is like oddly dark black. Like, that's an odd thing. They live in a little house outside of a town called Relent, and they are what they call bracers. They just got junior bracer. The dialogue in this game so far is pretty funny. Estelle is hilarious, and she's like very like out in left field half the time. And Joshua's like the one grounded and listening, like paying attention to what everyone's saying. So it's pretty funny. The combat is very much it's like grid based, almost tactics style, but not so much tactics. Like if I choose attack, I can only attack the enemies I can walk to and reach. So that's kind of what we got into so far. I missed. In battle, there are there are things called ornaments, which is, I think it has to do with like your weapons and your armor, and you attach quartz to the weapons and armor, which gives you skills, or arts in this case. And then, but to create those quartz, you get sepith, and that sepith is dropped by monsters, or I assume you might find them in chests every once in a while. So that's kind of the thing. To use arts, it uses EP, which is like magic. Love me bunches. I love you bunches. Got him. Can I hit him? I can. Ah, but I missed. Are you kidding me, Estelle? Okay, so that's like her special move or whatever, which ignores the bar on the left-hand side of the screen. It ignores that. The order. Come on, these things are like a pain in the butt to hit. I wonder if they're a pain in the butt to hit because they're like flying enemies, so they're naturally harder to hit. So I need to be using arts. Ow. Ow. Strength up. Get it. I'm curious if nice. If the craft skill or whatever, the thing at the, not the craft skill, the little orb thing at the bottom, I wonder if it follows to the next turn or the next monster fight, next battle. Jeez, I can't articulate my words at all today.
We're good to go.
Sepith. Okay, it does. That's awesome. So left immediately goes over to those. Okay. Well, since I don't want to have to deal with them, I'll just use that right away. That's a lot of damage. And I'll do the same for here. I'll just use these. Yeah, get wrecked.
Alright, we're good to go.
Dun, 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 dun. Hate these things, they're so far away. Oh wow, they can shoot that far. That's dangerous. I gotta be careful. Please don't. You suck.
Not now.
It still didn't kill. I like how the music changes.
We're good to go.
And the music goes back. That's pretty dope. Kitty kick? Dang, the thing's got so much range. Ugh, are you kidding me? I wonder if I can run. Oh, I lived on one. Holy crap, that was close. I want to go back to the town. Ooh, that was scary. Is there like a hotel? Like an inn? Call it a hotel. This is a general goods store. This takes me outside. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I can sleep in the bed. I did not mean to do that. Shop? Can I... Can't sleep. Is there an inn? There's gotta be an inn somewhere. Like, weapons. Mr. Elger, good afternoon, sir. Saying something about me last time we were in the store, that's right. Just means I shouldn't have expected any less from Cassius, kid. But we're still bracers in training. I see, but well, I knew you were going to have to give up your part-time job here sooner or later. Yes, I'm really sorry about that. Oh, so you used to work here. Okay. Don't sweat it. I knew it'd happen eventually when I hired you on. It's a shame, though. There's hardly anyone out there with a good eye for weapons as you. But that's your path you've chosen, so get out there and show us what you're made of. Okay, so, thanks, but I need to sleep in a bed. Does anybody got a bed I can sleep in? Stella, listen to this. I finally became a bracer. My goodness, is that true? Joshua too? Yes, man, that's right. Congratulations to the both of you. You did wonderfully. Teehee. But one thing, Estelle. You shouldn't be proud just because you became a bracer. This is just a starting point. I understand that. The two of you will experience a lot of new things as bracers, and I hope that I can be proud of the fact that this is the path you chose in the coming years. But enough about my feelings. Please work hard and good luck. Thanks. But can I sleep in your bed? The Bracer Guild, but there's no inn. There's got to be an inn somewhere. Got to be a place where I can sleep. Is this the inn? Ah! Unusual guest staying here at the moment. She appears to be a student from the Genus Royal Academy. I heard she's come here to study about relent. But can I sleep in the room? Rest. How much does it cost? It costs Sepith to rest? It would be 20 for the night. 20 what? Huh. Wrong button. Okay, that put everything back to normal. I want to try and go in here real quick. You two, you finally become bracers, huh? Teehee, thanks. Estelle, you're way too proud of yourself. Why do you always have to ruin the moment, Joshua? I should be this happy because I earned it. You should at least let me bask in the glory for a minute. Sometimes you can just be so... But Estelle, now that you become a bracer, you're going to have to get over your little problem with Orbital Arts. Man, you two? Why do you have to go and spoil my day by saying things like that? If you have any other businesses, don't forget to stop by. I do, actually. Modifying trade. I want to know if... Oh, wow. There's a lot more stuff now. Impede. Prevent enemy arts with 20% success. Speed 20. But I don't have... Dexterity 5. So you have to have the right amount. Okay. So slot. Can I open up a slot for, not for Estelle, but Joshua? I don't have enough Sepith. That sucks. Okay, I can't do much right now. Up. Bye. Heals 200 HP. 3 of those. I need reviving bombs. Yeah. Okay. I got 3 of those. I gotta be careful. I don't know how hard this game is. My first time ever playing it. And I know the series is like massive. There's lots of these games. Hey, White Woofy. What is up? Good to see you. I hate that they move back. That's kind of annoying. Smash. Ah. Really? So close. Hit him. Thank goodness. Getting late for me, so winding down. I hope you're having a good day. I am. Earlier we painted a 3D model. So I do 3D printing. I 3D printed this, and it's in the process of being painted. It's just the Mario 64 model. So I do 3D printing and hand painting of those, and then I play video games. That's pretty much what I do. So welcome. Thanks for stopping in.
We're good to go.
I appreciate it. I am working on a Mercy, my son. He's an Overwatch fan, and I'm 3D printing a Mercy, but they come in pieces like this. This is their legs, and then I have the base, the body, and the head back here, and then I have to paint. Eventually, I'm gonna have to paint all that, but it's a multi-piece project, so I have to 3D print them individually and then glue them together and then paint them. So when I'm not doing that, I'm generally doing this. Playing just mostly JRPGs, but I do play other games too. And I like retro stuff too. I'm actually currently trying to get retro stuff set up in the other room, but not for streaming, just for personal use. Been thinking of getting into 3D printing mostly to print bits and bobs to supplement my board games hobby. Hey, yeah, I mean that is a good way to you know, have all your little pieces. I'm also trying to learn Blender, which is a 3D modeling program. I use a education thing called Udemy, and in that service they have a bunch of different classes, and one of them is the complete course on how to learn how to use Blender. And then you can take those 3D models in Blender and convert them into 3D print files and have it printed. So, you know, printing bits and bobs for your game hobby, if you want to create your own characters or your own pieces from 3D printing, then you can do so in Blender. But starting out, that printer right there is a dual extruder printer, so it has like two different print heads. So I can print in like different colors and like blend the colors together, which is really cool. I haven't really messed with that yet. I've been mostly doing individual prints with one print head and then just painting them because that's easy. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. It's pretty fun. I just got into the printing thing. I'm new to it as well, so it can be a bit intimidating, but can I get at him from behind? I can. Yeah, no problem. It is fun. And the filament, I use PLA. There's so many different types, but I use PLA, and a roll of PLA is fairly inexpensive. I have just a couple rolls down here, and I have a white one on the back of the printer. I'm not sure how much it is, but I can print several pieces before I have to buy new filament. And I think filament is fairly inexpensive for, you know, plastic. They sell it on Amazon, and if you're lucky enough to have a like 3D print shop near you, then you can probably go in there and like buy rolls of filament, and you can buy all different types, every color you can think of, glow in the dark, you know, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's right, they sell filament by the weight. That's right. I think it's give me a second. No, look up this one, or look at this one. It doesn't really say on here. It says its diameter. Oh, there it is. 1 kilo of filament. And this is all black filament. Generally, the all black filament is used for... I usually use it for like printing things that I'm not going to have to paint. If it's just like going to set out, or I'm using it for like a shelf or 3D printing a shelf or something like that, then I'll print it in black. But if I'm painting it, I'm definitely printing it in white. Whoops. Move up here. It does not kill him, but then she can move up and take him out. Yeah, buddy. That worked out nicely. Stupid flying rabbit bunny cat thing. I don't even know what that is. Strength up. I wonder if if I can cast an art, will that kill it? Ow. Okay, I'll dig a bit. I know there is a 3D printing scene local to me, but it's mostly underground. Oh, really? Underground 3D printing scene. They're like selling Chop Shop 3D printers. It is fun to print things, and there's so many free files and stuff all over the internet. The website I use is, the heck is it called? Like Thingamajigs or something like that. Some silly name. Yes, I hit it and killed it. Thank God. I hate these things because they're hard to hit. Flying feline, so it's a cat. Of course it is. But you can 3D print practically anything. When we first moved into this house, there were some things that we, needed. So, like, a paper towel holder, you can print that. Even the ones that, like, bolt to the bottom or screw into the bottom of the cabinets, and the paper towel roll hangs from the bottom. You can print those. You just have to get, like, the wooden dowel, or you can 3D print the dowel, depending on how big. There's a roll of paper towels. Depending on how big, your print, how high your print bed goes. Like, mine wouldn't be able to print a dowel for this, I don't think. I think it's too tall. But I could go to a local Home Depot or a Lowe's and get a wooden dowel and cut it to length or whatever. So it's, it's fun. I like it. I enjoy it. It's just one of those things where you have to know someone locally. Most of this 3D printing equipment is parallel import here. Yeah. All this is this 3D printing company is FlashForge, and it's something like number 3 or number 4 for quality printers, companies wise, and I mean it's a good product. I know the other one, I forgot the name of it. It's pretty popular, but they're expensive printers. And they make their own software and stuff too, so. Where we live in a pretty small town, so there's like no one I know that 3D prints. So it's kind of nice. I can kind of exploit that by posting things locally on the Facebook page. Hey, if you need anything 3D printed or whatever, hit me up. Learn taunt. Nice. Beast flesh. Yeah. Kind of turn into a small business. I don't want to do the same thing I did before. Do this. But they're going to get to go now. Ow. Yeah, it'd be nice if it did. It'd be nice if I can get some people to, you know, hey, I need something 3D printed. I posted something that I printed on Facebook the other day, and there were several people in the area that were like, oh, yeah, that's pretty nice. You know, I might have to contact you later. And one guy was like, hey, do you think you can print something out for me? You know, and I was like, sure, just PM me the file, and I'll let you know what it would cost for materials and you know, stuff like that. And then he just never hit me back, which is, you know, common. And we're trying to, what's really bad is we're trying to sell a freaking table, and like a dining room table. Our dining room table is massive, and this dining room table is 6 feet in diameter, and it comes with 6 chairs, and it's all solid wood, and it's a nice freaking table. But nobody wants to, like, people like it, and they hit me up on Facebook Marketplace, and they're like, hey, what's, you know, this table for sale or whatever, you know, is it still available? And I'm like, yeah, it's still available. They're like, okay, cool. And then that's it. Like, why'd you ask then? That's like asking someone, hey, do you want something to drink? And then they're like, sure, can you grab me a glass of water? And then you just walk away. And you never return with a glass of water. Like, that's almost assholey-ish. Reviving Balm. Nice. I just don't know anyone that does stuff like that. I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't want to use that yet. I hate this fight. I don't know, the enemies suck. Yes, it's the first playthrough of this game. I've never played this series at all. I have this one, and I'm playing on PC, but I have this one, and I've got the Trials of Cold Steel, or whatever it's called, the first one of those. And after I bought this one, because they were both on sale at the time, so when I bought this one, I bought the other one, and then I read and found out that you should play them like in order. And I was like, oh, shit. Should have bought the second one then, of this. And now they're coming out with another one. I was like, oh my god, I'll never catch up. Sure. Oh, that's this move. So that's what that's called, Sever. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice. Been 10 games in the series been translated so far? Good lord. So you're saying there's more than 10? There's more that haven't been translated? Or is there, like, most of them... Well, Japan has already the 11th game. Holy crap. What's it called? What's the 11th one called? Get on the square. Oh, did I confuse him? Sick. Nice. Nice. There's no official English name for it yet, but in Japan it's Kuru no Kaiseki. Or Kiseki. Alright. So it's probably not the one that I saw. That was like something 0 or whatever. Ooh, Sepithup. Yes. Yeah. More Sepith.
We're good to go.
Yeah, 0 takes place after the Sky Trilogy. Ah, okay. So are they all intertwined? Or is like the Sky Trilogy one trilogy and the Steel Trilogy another trilogy? So you don't have to play them in order unless you play like you can play the Sky Trilogy, it has to be played in order. The Steel trilogy has to be played in order. But you don't have to play the Sky trilogy to play the Steel trilogy. Am I right about that, or is that like, nah, you gotta play them all in order? Dang it! Well, stop hitting the wrong button. They're all intertwined. It's a big continuing story. Oh, so you do gotta play them all. Okie dokie. Like, I got a long road ahead of me then. Depending on how good it is. If it's a good series, then I'll play them all. If it's shitty, then I probably won't. Amalgamine. Is that where they went? The mine, or did they go to the... Stupid enemies. So far, it's okay. I mean, I'm like very, very early game, but so far it's pretty good. I do like the dialogue a lot. That's probably my favorite part about this game so far. Is Estelle. She's hilarious. Just so lost all the time. Nice. The writing is often praised. Are all of them like this? Like, have this kind of good dialogue? Funny dialogue? Because for me, that's like the biggest thing in JRPGs. If it's funny, or if like the story is like dark, then I enjoy it. Like, I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 off stream, and the story's dark and, you know, pretty kind of twisted. So I like it a lot. But like some JRPGs, it's the same kind of, you know, same kind of story. Girl gets taken by bad guy and good guys have to save the day. That kind of thing. But if it's like told in a hilarious way, then I'll enjoy it a lot more. And I'll probably finish the game. But if it's got boring dialogue, then I'll probably never finish it. Yes, even the NPCs will change their dialogue after a major event. So basically, after every cutscene. Holy crap. That's cool. Always something fresh then. Stream for 3 hours and 40 minutes. I'll probably wrap up stream in about 20 minutes-ish, just to give y'all a heads up. I usually start about 9 o'clock. And not every day. Like, I tried to have a schedule. You know, every day I'm going to stream, and it's going to be this days, and I'm going to be so strict about it. But then, like, shit happens. Life happens, and I'm like, well, can't stream. Or I don't want to stream. Or, you know, I'm tired, or whatever. Thing though, the series has problems with poor timing of its releases. Do they release around like other games that are big titles? Because that probably would suck a lot. Hey, I made it. It looks like we come all the way to Esmalus Tower. I didn't see any sign of them along the trail. Do you think they wandered inside? Quite likely the case. Let's go in. It looks like we'll need to hurry. Right. Dang it. Don't quit hitting that button. File, save. I do like where you can save everywhere. This one came out in English on PSP when the PSP was at the tail end of its lifespan, so it was largely ignored. Yeah, that's what I read earlier. I couldn't figure out which console it came out for. And apparently it came out for PC, like computer Windows in Japan, and then it was ported to PSP in like 2010 or something, 2011, 2012 maybe. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I hate it when game companies do that. I had never heard of the series until the Cold Steel series. Cold Steel was released in English on PS3 and halfway through that series, the PS3 was discontinued with the PS4 already out. Yeah, that's right. Because I remember seeing the first one on PS3, and then like the second one came out on PS4 or something, and then they did like a re-release of both of them on PS4. Like it was like a port over the PS4, something like that, of the first one. It's dark in here. I'm scared. I do want to play the Tales of the Steel one. Look, that's what caught my eye. But then somebody had mentioned in a prior stream about the Sky series, and they were like, you should play those first. And I was like, I don't want to play those first. But I kind of forced myself into doing it. Quit being a baby. We're only on the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? They really did come in here. Estelle, are you alright? Luke, Pat! She's just yelling. If you can hear me, answer me now. Those little brats, are they pretending they can't hear me? They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. Like a whole dungeon. Is there no map in here? The one thing I do like about this game a lot is that the characters move relatively quickly, and if you hold R2, they move like stupid fast. That's a huge bonus. What are we gonna do? Somebody help! Run full speed in the direction of the voice. Rush in simultaneously with Joshua. Let's go, Joshua! Right, I've got your back. Yeah, because if you do it by yourself, I feel like naturally Estelle would have chose the first option. But being how we are in like a dungeon, I'm choosing the best option. Yeah, they did that for the Steam release to help with the pacing. Yeah, it's much better. I love it when they do stuff like that, when they have the speed up option. You monsters, go somewhere else. No, shoo, leave us alone. Chew on this. Ooh, get wrecked. Estelle, what are you doing here? Joshua, you're here too. Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around. We'll take care of them. Sorry. Had to get that out of my system. I like this music. That's pretty sick. I like this music. Protect all NPCs. If an NPC HP reaches 0, the game is over. Oh, scheisse. Kind of want to go for this one first. That way Estelle can reach out with 2 and it'll die. Yeah. Because I think if Joshua hit the one on the far right, you wouldn't be able to hit it. She wouldn't hit it. Went too far away. Kill it. I like this. The idea of this. Being able to bypass that bar. Ranked up, nice. Should kill him, as long as we hit him. There are still some minor bugs though, but it's only apparent when you use the controller. On some specific instances, the dialogue choices don't respond to the controller input, but a mouse would work. That's interesting. Like, I'm using a PS5 controller. I don't have a PS5, but I have a PS4, and before I was using one of those PS4 controllers to play games, and sometimes my girls would want to play a 2-player game. I had to unpair it. It was a pain. So I was, and PS5 or PS4 controllers, even used, are like $65. But this one was 40 used. So I was like, I'm buying that. and it's comfortable. I like the way it feels. I do remember I was watching somebody play the very early stages of this game, and like something happened. They were recording it, and something happened to their save file or something, or it wouldn't receive any inputs or something crazy. So they had to emulate the PSP version for it to work. I was like, man, that sucks. I hope mine doesn't do that. They tried playing it with a keyboard and mouse for a little while, and they were just like, nope, not doing it. So instead, they emulated it. It looks like that's that. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe too. By the way, that was great timing, by the way. You blitzed those monsters, Estelle. You really think so? Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome. You really showed him, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Ow, that hurts. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. Time to think about what you did today. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. Nice. Saves typically aren't the issue. The game also does autosave and does that every time you enter a new room or area. So if a save goes wonky, you can always check out the autosaves. That said, I've not had a save bork on me. Well, that's good. I don't remember what happened to his, but it had something to do with like it might have been a controller issue. I think it was a controller issue. It just stopped working, and he was using a PS4 controller. I'm pretty sure. It just stopped working. He couldn't get any inputs, even in the first part of the menu. And that's right. That is what happened. You're exactly right. The controller didn't work, so we went to keyboard and mouse, and he played keyboard and mouse for that stream because he was streaming it. I just watched the YouTube VODs, and he used the keyboard and mouse, and he hated it so much that he was like, "Nah, I gotta emulate this nonsense." So he just emulated it. I was like, "Oh man, that's rough." So this is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline. Special discipline? Whoa now. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was all my fault. Estelle? Shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach at school? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick. Hey, there's something behind us there. Estelle, behind you! It's something with teeth, isn't it? It's like a fish. It's like a hammerhead fish turtle. Nice. Nice monster. I'm not gonna make it in time. Oh, who's that? Is that her dad? Dad, you came. It is her dad. It just looks weird from that angle. You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer. Dad? What are you doing here? I just happened to be in town and heard the whole story from Ayana. I give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children, but you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching her back. That just means you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So how about we head home, everyone? Can you boys walk? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Haha, of course I was. I'm her father. Alright everyone, let's file on out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. Nice. Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should have been thankful that Dad saved my behind. Why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide. Who says that? Really chaps my hide. Ah, that's just the way he is. After all, he's Cassius Bright. It seems like you've had quite a day. Dad is just unbelievable. The second we get back to Relent, he says, "I'll leave the reporting to you," and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you. There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. Received payment for child rescue. 1,000 Mira and 3 BP. Nice. Current rank is Junior Bracer 9th class. You did well for your first assignment. From the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even better in your next job. If anything comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. How about we head home too? I guess we better. I've still got a dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding on to a second? A letter arrived for your father just a little while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead? Received letter to Cassius. I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. I imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches? As I'm sure you already know by now, Liberal isn't the only country where their bracer guilds exist. On top of that, your father is widely known across all Zemurian continent. Zemurian? The Z word. Continent, so we can expect these kinds of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure you're sure he gets this letter, I would really appreciate it. Sweet. Wrong button. Their current job listing. Okay, so it's only the front one. Alright. I'll go deliver this letter and get through the dialogue and stuff and then probably wrap up. Hey Joshua. Huh? Do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer? Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill as a staff, and your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress. Really? You think so? Sure, but why are you asking? Are you still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Because of my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Dad hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future. That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. Huh? If we fail today, then all that's left to do is take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like what happened today discourage you? Joshua. You're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You're laughing like a big ditz is far more natural for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up. Haha, okay, I admit that last comment was pushing things a bit. I'll overlook it this time, and thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to get home and eat. My stomach just started growling like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to more than tits. Let's get back to the house, which is this way, I think. Getting late. Sure Dad's waiting for us? Nope, that's not the right way. I like how I can just follow the world map, or the map, instead of actually looking at the ground. Looking at the characters. Is he upstairs? He's in his office. We're home, Dad. Finished reporting to the guild like you told us to. Good work, kids. The details of your reports will be reviewed at each branch and will affect your pay and rank advancement in the future. Please make sure that you always remember to do it. Don't worry, we will. And before I forget, I got that copy of the Liberal News you wanted. There was this letter for you at the guild, too. Handed over the Liberal News and letter. A letter, huh? Well, I'm gonna get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad? Thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me out back there. I see you're being rather gracious today. Papa is happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. Him talking like that just seems weird. Papa is happy. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come and jump into your father's loving arms. Awkward. In your dreams. I swear, the men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. Jesus Christ. All the man wants is a hug. Jeez. He just said it all strangely. I guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much. I just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is, but she still has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work. And overcoming those obstacles is what will teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. Where's that soft side of yours talking again? Oh no! Are all our eggs supposed to explode like that? How'd you blow up an egg? Just put it in the microwave for too long? I guess I shouldn't have gone in expecting to make a perfect meal in a single try. No, wait, cooking is supposed to be about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now once more. A daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go help her with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch fire again. But at this rate, there's no telling what we can expect to have a bite of food ready on the dinner table. Alright then, let's see what this letter is all about, shall we? Something bad? Cuts the letter seal. A message from the Urbonian Empire. Never good. What? What? Sorry, that was loud. Wow, this is a surprise. The new dish is what I call Estelle Explosion over rice. Perfect. Be sure to savor every last morsel. I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. This is a raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been a busy but great day nonetheless. We qualified as junior bracers, had our first real assignment. I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner this time. Not to mention the food being delicious. For a first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first I thought I might have to pitch it out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Sometimes you're just so desperately rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something that tastes nice? Alright then, how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave on business. You made a splendid meal, Estelle. Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again? Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time, I'm going to be away for a while. Hold on a minute. You're leaving? When? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon. It's about that letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? Oh, it's nothing like that. Just a simple investigation. I have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take care of the house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse like that and take off for who knows how long. I almost said God knows how long. We have to accept it, Estelle. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know. But what are you going to do about all your jobs here at the Relent branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Oh, only about 5 or 6. I was thinking, and how about both of you handle them for me instead? What? Are you really asking to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? That I am. I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish. And I'll ask Charizard to handle the difficult ones. But what do you say? Sure. Sure, of course we will. You're okay doing these too, right, Joshua? Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Iona know about the change of plan before I leave. Alright, I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with these jobs so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone. Oh, Estelle, my beloved daughter, Papa is so proud. Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven, can you see your daughter now? Our little Estelle has grown up to be such a loving young woman. Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well just throw them down forever. That's harsh. I'm only helping you out because I'm your daughter, and I have a duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. I'm only 45. Well, what's more, I'm very likely the most active member in the entire guild. Not bad for a pair of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one headed for Gransel or the one headed for Bose? I'll be the one headed for Gransel. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I'll have to get up a little earlier tomorrow. I better set my alarm clock just in case. Hilarious. I'm only 45! I'm catching up with him. 38. I'll be 39 next month. Pushing the big 40. Dad, you still awake, Joshua? You better hold off on the liquor or Estelle will get mad again. It's just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying here is don't offer alcohol to minors. Only as old as you feel? Well, I feel 90. I have to wear this on a regular basis. I have tennis elbow in my left elbow, and it hurts. Like, making a fist is painful right in my elbow. It just, oh man, lights me on fire. And then I have plantar fasciitis, which is the plantar tendon on the bottom of my foot. That's really been inflamed the past 3 months. So it's pretty aggravating. It sucks walking around barefoot on hard floors. On carpet, it's not so bad, but on hard floors, it sucks. At least you don't. Hopefully, you don't have to deal with that. Sucks getting old. I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying here is don't offer alcohol to minors. I'm not like Shara, who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. Jesus. That's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Urbonian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. This movement doesn't appear to be overt, but that's what has me worried. That's what has me worried. Words. I intend to do a little probing at the Urbonian embassy to see what turns up. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl. You hear me? Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has talent with the staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yet at present, she's like a babe in arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. And Joshua, the same can be said for you too. It's already been 5 years since you became a part of this family, hasn't it? How does time fly? Yes. It sure does seem that way. About what you said back then, are you sure you wouldn't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize, but I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase the past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be your family. Family, no matter what may befall you. Nod. ... Thanks, Dad. Prologue, A Father's Love, A New Beginning. I guess that's what that was, the prologue? Or is this now the prologue? Ow. Stepped on a piece of plastic. Little plastic bits all over the place. Oh, this is now the prologue. So the part before that was the pre-prologue. Well, it looks like it's time for me to board my flight. Estelle, don't do anything I wouldn't do myself, and try not to be a handful for Joshua either. That first part was like the inside of the book. That's a paperback book that's got like information on the front about the book. That's what that part was. For the umpteenth time, I heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard yourself with your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. I'm only 45, say what you will, but I'm not about to be overtaken by any youngsters. Charizard, I'm really sorry about placing all this work on your shoulders at the last minute. Please, don't be. I'm slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place. There's no need to be humble, Silver Streak. And I don't mean to make your life any more difficult, but please, keep an eye on these two. You just leave that to me. Just tighten up the reins and not spoiling these two is fine with you. You definitely understand the way I think. What's this all about? It looks to me like a mutual understanding between master and pupil. The Grantsel-bound airliner Linde will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. I better take my seat. Have a great trip, Dad. We'll take care of everything here while you're gone. So she would definitely say, don't forget to bring me back a souvenir. I'm not sure everywhere you'll be going, but don't forget to bring me back a souvenir. A little fancy something would be nice. Hey, now this trip is for business, not pleasure. If I have any money left over, I'll certainly think about it, though. Alright, you two, be good while I'm gone. Bring her back a knockoff pair of shoes. Like Louis Vuitton, but it's like gooey button. Yeah, knockoff Stregas. Called Regas. He's gone again. Yeah. Come on, you two. There's no need to look so down. Your father will be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time, but when it comes to your father, he'll have it done before you know it. I'm not sad that he's gone. He's always been way more than he's been at home. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work on those jobs your father left for me. But if you run into any trouble, give me a holler. Will do, but first I'd like to try and finish a few jobs with Joshua. I want to see what we're capable of doing as junior bracers. Alright, if you insist. I imagine that with Joshua tagging along, there's probably not much to be worried about. Good luck, you two. Thanks. We'll do our best. Still love the setting of the series. It's pretty nice. It's peaceful. Like I don't know. I like the vibe so far. The dialogue is superb. So, what do you want to do now, Estelle? Shall we go up? Shall we go stop by the guild? Yeah, we should probably talk to Ian and find out what jobs are waiting for us. Let's go! So, I swear if I hit that button one more time, I must get mad and not do anything else. Okay, so it's like, I've been streaming for like 4 hours. That's gonna be it for me. I'm done. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. That was I really appreciate it. White Wuffy. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and be back, and we're gonna try and finish up painting Mario. At least the eyes. While I'm gone, I might do one more coat on the face. Because it really has to dry before I even attempt like the eyes. So off camera, I'll probably give one more coat to Mario, or at least attempt to. If I can't, then I'll do it tomorrow on stream, and then we'll probably wait as long as we can for it to dry, and then paint the eyes maybe the same day. But yeah, I think he's coming out pretty cool. I think he looks pretty nice. We're gonna do the eyes and the mouth and the mustache and the what you call it, the sideburns. Yeah, but I think he's coming out pretty good. And whenever we finish with that, we'll continue more of this game. This will probably be the playthrough, and we'll probably do like a combination of 3D printing and gaming at the same time. So I think that'll be pretty fun. 3D printing and gaming, a little mix of both. Maybe do some gaming, all gaming one day and all painting the next, kind of like we did yesterday. So thanks for coming by. Thank you, Brown Bear, for stopping in and just kind of lurking around. White Wuffy, thank you so much for the follow. And hopefully I see... Wow, that's weird. I forgot that I could do that. I hope you have a good rest of the day. Thanks for stopping in. And hopefully I see you guys in the next one.